All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out there toiling in his truth. I'm Pathakamoth GMS Dallas, and I'm just coming back at you with a really quick hit lesson, man, through the Spirit. I was just meditating on I was reading a chapter, Revelations, the chapter 11th chapter, and just decided to just do a lesson, man, because I got to the 11th verse when that fear, fell upon them that saw, and I'm gonna bring the verse out, but these devils are scared, man. Even these everyday six pack Joe Edomites are starting to get scared, man. Because everybody on the planet is hearing this gospel, man. This truth, man, is going out through the four corners of the earth. As a matter of fact, I saw a video just earlier today on the chat. One of the brothers put it up, and it's a video that I've seen like years ago. When I first kind of came into the knowledge of a I believe she's a Syrian woman. She may be an Arab. I don't really know what she is, but she's over in the land over there in the east, and she did a video, reaching out to the blacks over here in America, telling them that they're the people of the Lord, man. They're the true Jews, and that the heathen nations. She was letting you know that she's a heathen from the heathen nations, but they need the so-called blacks, the African Americans over here, to come back into their the understanding that they're the people of the Lord, man. Of course, it's the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians are the true people of the Lord, man. You make up the 12 tribes of Israel, man. You know, and she was just pleading to the so-called Negroes over here, man, and telling them to come back, into the understanding that they're the people, because they need their, she was like, we need you, you know what I'm saying? Because they understand that once the rightful people, the true people are back in the land, everything is going to come back to things are going to get better in the earth, man. Things are going to be beautiful, as the scriptures say in Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn, man. So the earth is in mourning because the wicked beareth rule right now. Job 9:24. The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, and the wicked we now know is Esau, the Edomites. You so-called self-proclaimed white people, man. You know what I'm saying? And the whole earth is in mourning, including the earth itself, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and she was just making a plea to the so-called Negroes over here, man. So you Negroes need to wake the hell up, man. The Northern Kingdom too, man. They're through too, man. You know what I'm saying? But so, and I was just meditating on these things because all of these things happening in the earth. And that video, by the way, went viral, man. It went viral on TikTok. And so these devils see, man. They see it. They see these things. They see the men of the Lord beginning to start with Apostle Tahar on down, out here a week in, week out, man. In season, out of season, bringing this truth out, man. And sealing the elect, man, waking up the elect of the nation of Israel, man. They see it, man. And great fear has fell upon them, man. And now they're squirming around and squiggling and whatever they're doing, man. And hey, man, but they're scared as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I was saying, even these six-pack Joes, everyday six-pack Edomites are starting to get scared, man. And that's why you got a lot of them trying to break down the Bible now, man. And they don't, hey, it's not for you, man. It's you can't break down the Bible, man. I just did a lesson not too long ago on this Edomite woman trying to say that Jacob and Esau, it's not talking about literal nations and of people. And I'm like, dude, get out here, man. You know what I'm saying? So these devils are getting scared, man, because they're listening to this gospel, man, and they're hearing and they're starting to, be like, wonder, man, because, hey, we're letting them know, man, that you're getting ready to go into slavery. Your kingdom is falling, and you're getting ready to go into slavery for 1,000 years. And of course, pursuing the Obadiah, the first chapter, after that 1,000 years, they're going to be obliterated and exterminated out of the earth, man. That would strike fear in anyone. You know what I'm saying? So that fear is upon them, man. You know what I'm saying? So, without any further ado, let's get into the scriptures. I just want to, really quick. I don't want this to be too long. And I was reading Revelation, the 11th chapter, And I'm going to read this. This is Revelation chapter 11 and 11. And it reads, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. So that 3 days and a half represents a 350-year period, man, which pursuant to Jeremiah, the 17th chapter and verse 4, we were going to lose our heritage, man, because we went off. As a matter of fact, let me grab that real quick and I'll come back. This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And it reads, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever, man. So we went off as a nation, man, and the Lord took everything from us, our heritage, kicked us out of the land, man. Of course, those devils came and got us and brought us to majority to the Americas, and of course scattered us throughout the four corners, which is where the gathering is going to come from, from primarily America and throughout the four corners, Matthew 24 and 31, but we lost that. We lost everything. We lost the names. We lost, touch with our power source, our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We lost the names. We lost everything, man. You know what I'm saying? So that was that our heritage being taken from us, being discontinued, So, when that happened, these devils and these nations were happy, man. These nations rejoice when we're down, man. So it says after 3 days and a half, which is a 350-year period, from 1620 to around 1970, when Abba Bivens, and some other righteous men, woke up, came out of those church buildings and religions that they were in, and the Most High put the spirit on them and breathed that breath of life into them of this truth, man, and they went into the scriptures and to deep study, looking stuff up, physically going to the library. It very tedious work, man, that these men went through. Now all we got to do is go on Google, type something in and press a button and we got it, man. Those men toiled, man. You know what I'm saying? So that we can have this knowledge to this day, man. So that's that 350-year period is from 1620 to 1970 roughly. You know what I'm saying? And it says after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them. That's that breath that Adam received in the beginning, man. That took him into that kingship, so to speak. Being that king, bringing him into that kingship, making him the ruling class during that time. So what do you think that means now, man? What do you think that means now, man? Because that same breath of life has entered into the people of the Lord in these times, man, which is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. So it says the spirit of life, which is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, that breath from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, which, hey, we've done that, man. We're on our feet out here, week in, week out, man, shaking our hand, shaking a hand at these devils in the gates of the nobles, man. You know what I'm saying? Telling them that their kingdom is finished. Telling them that they're going into slavery, man. Telling them that they're going to be exterminated and obliterated off the face of the earth if they're Edomites, man. You know what I'm saying? And great fear fell upon them which saw them, which is talking about the elites, man. These banking families, the so-called Illuminati, which they are the so-called Illuminati. They're the illuminated ones at this time, on the left-hand side. You know what I'm saying? The holders of the light, man. Those Luciferians, man. They have that right now on the left-hand side, but it's going to be taken from them from Yahushua when Yahushua returns, man. He's the true day star, man. He's the true holder of the light, and he's going to take it from them, man. That's why the scriptures speak of this devil's light being put out, man. So it says, and great fear fell upon them. So these devils are scared. Even these six-pack Joes, like I said, are starting to get scared, man. And rightfully so, man. Rightfully so. They should be very afraid. Be afraid. Be very afraid, because bad things are coming to you, Edomites, man. As a matter of fact, let me get this real quick in Isaiah the 33rd chapter, because this is what brothers are doing right here, man. Daily, man. This is what they're doing right here. This is Isaiah 33 and 18. Thine heart shall meditate terror. Where is the scribe? Where is the receiver? Where is he that counted the towers? But the point that I wanted in that is the very first line there. Thine heart, which that word heart means your mind. Thine mind shall meditate terror. And that's exactly what we're doing, man. We're meditating how we're going to jack these devils up, man, because of the things that they did to us when they had us in captivity, man. You know what I'm saying? Now we're coming out of the captivity, and they're about to go into captivity. Deuteronomy 30 and 7 says that as a matter of fact, let me grab that. I don't want to speak. I'm going to let the scripture speak, man. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee, man. So all these nations, man, you know what I'm saying? They all hate us, man. So they're all going to get these curses. But in particular, and especially you Edomites, man, you so-called self-proclaimed white people, y'all going to get these curses, man. And part of the curses, when you read in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, is slavery, man. So you're going into slavery, man, for a period of 1,000 years, which afterwards you're going to be obliterated and exterminated out of the earth, pursuant to Obadiah, the first chapter and verse 18, man. You know what I'm saying? So going back, these devils are getting scared, man. We just read it in Revelations, the 11th chapter, when that great fear fell upon these devils, man. And as a matter of fact, that's talking about here in America. When you read up in verse 8, it reads Revelations 11 and 8, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified, man. And those dead bodies represent the Israelites in a dead state spiritually, man. They don't know who they are now. Now understand something. That being spiritually dead is gonna turn to being physically dead. The Most High is gonna put you to death, man. Because 2/3 of our people, pursuing the Zechariah 13 and 8, is going to reject this knowledge and get put to death, man. Romans 10 and 2. Apostle Paul said, my people have a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge. Hosea 4 and 6 says that my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. And because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will reject thee. Roughly paraphrasing, man. So they're going to get destroyed for the lack of knowledge, man. They're going to hold on to Christianity and Egyptology and Muslim Islam, and Buddhism and all the crap that they're in, man. They're going to hold on tight to it, and America is a sinking ship, and they're going to go down with the ship, man. So their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. That's right here in America, man. That great city is America, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Sodomy, these sodomites and lesbians and transgenders and all these different things are held in high regard here, man, and they're protected here, and they're given laws and parades and celebrations over here. TV shows, man, RuPaul, man. That every time I see that commercial, it disgusts me, man. But this is that great city that is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt because as a matter of fact, before I leave Sodom, when Obama was in office, that's when that law was passed to protect these devils, man, these damn demons, man, and he's a demon too for all you jakes out there that that's on Obama's tip think he did something. That devil didn't do nothing either. He's not our people. He's a Hamite, man. That nigga was a fraud, and that was just an illusion for you to think that this is something you can accomplish, man, to keep you into this place, man. BS. It's all BS, smoke and mirrors, man. And spiritually, Egypt, because when you look on your dollar bill, you're going to see a pyramid. Pyramid is on their currency, an Egyptian pyramid on the currency. And when you look up in the yard of the National Monument in Washington, you'll see an Egyptian obelisk, man. Cleopatra's Needle right there, man, which it was a gift from those Hamites, man. So this is that place, and it says where also our Lord was crucified, because they crucified the Lord here. They changed his image to a so-called white man with stringy hair instead of a so-called black man with woolly hair. You know what I'm saying? They changed his countenance from an austere man to basically a faggot man. All love and talking all soft when they said he had a loud, powerful voice, the voice of many waters. You know, and they changed into a soft spoken, basically punk man. You know, and then they changed this, of course, his image, his countenance, and the message, man. You know, he wasn't teaching love, love, love. He wasn't teaching all inclusive, man. That's why he said in Matthew, I believe it's in Matthew, the 5th chapter, if I'm not mistaken, when he told the disciples not to go into the way of the Samaritans, go enter ye not. Rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel and teach the kingdom is at hand, man. So why would he tell them not to go to the Samaritans if this thing was all inclusive, man? So Christianity has done a number on Jake, man. So that's talking about right here in America, man. So when we jump back down, and after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of the Lord entered into them, which is the elect, and they stood upon their feet, which we're doing, and great fear fell upon them that saw. So these elite see us. That's why they're doing all these things, like with YouTube, to changing the format of YouTube and deleting brothers' pages, giving them strikes. You know what I'm saying? My elder just got a strike for vocab alone. He can put up his madness, and then my elder did a response to his video and got a strike, got his video removed, man. These devils are which proves who's got the truth, man. And Agent Mark Reiser is a demon, man. And the Lord is gonna get that dude, man. That dude is wicked, man. But that fear is on them. That's why they're doing these things, man. That's why all these changes that has happened to you, on the YouTube, because since the apostles and elders have got on YouTube, I think since around 2007, YouTube has been blowing up with videos, man, of this truth, man, which has been sealing the elect like crazy, man. People watching from Dubai and all these different places that we get on the comment boards, man. So, hey, man. They got to do something, man. They squirming and scrambling and squiggling and wiggling around, man. But they ain't got nowhere to run. But that also reminded me that standing up on their feet reminded me of Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, because that's exactly what's happening. So I'm just gonna start at the top and I'm gonna read down through a few verses, man. This is Ezekiel chapter 1, Salakia. Ezekiel 37, my bad, Salakia. This is Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 1, and it reads, "The hand of Yahushai was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of Yahushai and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of dry bones." And that's right here in America, man. Valley means a low place, man. And America means pit, man. And we're in that low place here. We're on the bottom of this society, man, being oppressed by these devils, man. So that's right here, and was full of dry bones, man, because we were without our power and we're without any truth, man. That's what Jake is caught up in, all this different madness, Catholicism, Christianity, Egyptology, and all these different religions, which is no truth, man. Those broken cisterns, there's no water, man. They can't hold water, man. And the pure living water is the scriptures, man, the truth of the scriptures. We didn't have that at this time. Verse 2, "And caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry." So again, us being in that low place, and as a matter of fact, the scriptures speak of us sitting in low place, man. And we were very dry. We didn't have this truth, man. We didn't have the living water, man. "And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Yahweh Shem Yahushai power, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai power unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live." That breath, again, that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? That same breath that was breathed into Adam, man, that brought him into that kingship. That kingly state, man, is being breathed into us in these times. So what the hell do you people think is about to happen, man? We're being prepped and put in that position of kingship, man. That kingly state, man. beginning and starting with the elect, man. The nation of Israel is on the rise, man. And Edom is on the decline, man, on the downfall. That's what's going on, man. So it says, and they shall, that breath, that the understanding, knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the scriptures, this truth was breathed into them and into you, and ye shall live, man. Because let me go here real quick, because and I'll come back in what is that? John 6. It's John chapter 6 and verse 63. And it reads, it is the spirit that quickeneth. And of course, that word quickeneth means to quicken or make alive. So it's the spirit. The flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life, man. So the word is spirit and life, man. So when we go back to Ezekiel, the 37th chapter and verse 5, it says, thus says Yahweh Bashem Yahshua to these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live, man. That breath, which is the word, man. The spirit, which is the word, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. And ye shall live, be quickened, made alive, man. You know what I'm saying? Verse 6, and I will lay sinews upon you, and ye will bring up, and I will bring upon you, Salakia, Ezekiel 37 and 6, and I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So the Lord is just saying he was going to give us back our heritage, man. We were going to come back into the understanding that we're the Israelites, come back into the understanding of who he is, Yahweh Yahweh Shai, and his will and his way. You know what I'm saying? The culture, our culture, all the things that was taken from us, he was giving back to us, man. That's that the sinews and the flesh being put back on upon us. We're becoming a people again, man. We're becoming a living entity again as the nation of Israel, man. And ye covered Salakia and put the breath in you, which is the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and ye shall live, man. So the ones that are alive right now that are actually living is the elect, man. The 1/3, and ye shall know that I'm Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. And we realize these things, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when before that, man, we were dead, man. As a matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Proverbs 21 and 16, because the scriptures say this right here. Proverbs 21 and 16, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead, man. So when we didn't have that, when we were them dry bones, man, we were in the congregation of the dead, man. We didn't have any understanding, man. And that's those dead bodies that I read in Revelations 11 and 8, man. Spiritually dead. They didn't have any understanding, man. So we're back in Ezekiel 37 and verse 7. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to bone, man. And we're coming back together as a nation, man. Verse 8, and when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. So the Lord still had to breathe that breath into us, give us that understanding. The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures, give us this truth. Verse 9, then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, power, come from the four winds, O breath, that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and breathe upon these slain that they may live. Boom. That's what's happening, man. This is why great fear fell upon them that saw, man. Because it said that in Revelations 11 that they stood upon their feet. Ezekiel 37 and 10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army, man. Ain't that what I just read? It said they stood upon their feet, a great exceeding army, man, an exceeding great army. And that ain't that what that says right here in Revelations 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet. Boom. That's that great exceeding army, man. And great fear fell upon them which saw, man, because things are about to get really, really bad, really ugly for these devils, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that great exceeding army is going to lead to what? Let's get it, man. Daniel 7 and 18. Daniel 7 and 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and forever. And that's what's coming to these devils, man. You know what I'm saying? And bad things are going to happen to these devils because the Lord is going to give the opportunity to his men to get their leg back, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he tells us in Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, that we're his battle axe and weapons of war, man. Jeremiah 51 and 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms, man. You know, and he's going to give his men that opportunity to get these Edomites, man. You know, that's why the fear is falling on these devils, man. You know, they're scared as hell, man, because they know we know. Fearful thing. This is Ezekiel 25 and 14. This is coming to them, man. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai power. That's enough to put fear in anybody, man. You know, so, hey, as I said, the fear is upon these devils, man. You know what I'm saying? Rightfully so. Rightfully so, man. You know, fear it because it's coming. It's coming. It's coming to get you, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. So, hey, hopefully this was edifying, you know, to the hopeful elect, which I hope to be a part of. Abaratza Baba Kasha. You know, with that, giving all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath, Shah Dawadah, Shalom.